All right, finally, before we free rolled tonight, we again reviewed the self framing. I'm really liking the self framing stuff that I got from AOJ because the self framing stuff really helps you build your supine guard. And I'm noticing with beginners and with kids, when we really built, I mean, it's good for all levels, but with those type students where they don't really have the best guard retention, it really gives them an idea as to how to use their legs as frames, right? We're building our frames with our legs and our hips, and our hands aren't doing what instinctually we want to do, which is frame the upper body with our hands. Because now we're in like a full recovery mode. So I'm framing my lower body with my hands. And I can do different things with these self frames. All right. So we played a game from the self frame situation where player is on their back, they're supine, and I'm hooking with my toes. So by far, the number one thing that I see people do wrong when I tell them to do this game is their feet are lazy. When their feet are lazy, now I have no tension on his hands and my hips are lazy. So I want to think about turning my toes out and engaging my hips. So all those muscles are fired up. And I'm always looking to get to this position where I'm hooking to the inside. Okay. And I'm not wrapping my toes around Ethan's biceps. Come in closer, buddy. I'm not like trying to do this. This is something I did a lot coming up, and I'd have a lot of success with it. But then a lot of guys that are good at passing, I wouldn't be able to control them. Rather, instead of doing this, I want to do this. It's like I'm pulling with the blade of my feet like this. And I'm pulling my knees to my chest. And again, I'm assisting my hips with these self frames. So I'm thinking about my partner checking my self frames, trying to pin my knee to the floor. It's very hard for him to flank me when I do this, okay? At least with his throw bias. Obviously, if he starts running to the side, I got to start now facing him and pivoting, okay? And I'm using this tension on his grips to chase him. So if he starts going to the side and I have this tension on his hands, I can follow him. So my knees are open, my feet are flaring out, and it's like I'm hooking on him, and my feet are just locked in these hooks, right? Looking for this dorsal flexion with my feet, pointing my toes out. In terms of my posture, I want to think about having like a reverse arch. So I'm arching my back where there's a space under my back, my tailbone and my head are driving into the mat, and now I'm really wide through the chest, right? Expanding my chest. So Ethan tries to throw my hooks left and right, right? You can have your partner play with this a little bit. You can have your partner try and pummel to the inside. I'm pummeling to the inside. I am not trying to chase him because I don't want to create so much extension that now he can throw me by. And I don't want to create so much extension that if he was wearing a gi, I can't grip him from here. But if he tries to chase me here and I'm like this, now potentially because I'm so tight to my body, I might be able to reach up and make that first initial grip that I'm looking for. And one thing Hafa talks about that's awesome is when I'm reaching, I'm not reaching with two hands because then I have no self frames. So rather, instead of this, where he can now just like throw me quickly, I'm thinking about keeping one self frame. And then I reach. So when he tries to throw me by here, I'm pretty well based out here. Okay, so nice, good feet to the inside, and my back is round. So if he tries to sit me up here, I'm actually going to pull my knees to my chest, and again, I'm reverse arching. Go ahead, sit me up. See how I'm sliding? That's good. If you're sliding, you're doing it right. If he sits me up and my back is round, that's really bad because now he's going to punch underhooks and knee slide, right? If he tries to stack me, so the big thing that everyone kind of messes up is when they get stacked, they're round and then their tailbone comes off the mat. It's very hard to recover a stack from here. So what I want, when I see him use these C grips, I know the stack is coming here. So I'm going to go into a reverse arch. I'm going to push with my hands on my knees. My head is in base and my back is actually off the mat right now. So I'm really reverse arching. When he tries to stack me, we're shoulder walking and sliding. And I want to get my feet the hell out of here as quickly as I can because these grips are not going to be good for me. So I'm pulling down with my feet being heavy. He tries to stack. I'm trying to pummel and break those grips, right? So again, can we do like 30 seconds live? Just like flank me and pass me and do all those things. Trying to keep my feet engaged the whole time, right? Even when he's not touching me, I'm trying to keep my feet engaged because it keeps my core and my hips engaged. Notice how I'm staggering my feet because if my feet are locked in the same position, now he can stack me. So a lot of time when one foot's high and one foot's low, it's hard for him to hit an actual stack from here because one leg is inside. Now I can enter his legs, right? So again, we're here trying to cut angles. I love this drill as a warm-up. I think it's good for all levels. And then we can even gamify it more where we could go live. One drill that they show at AOJ is he comes in, he tries to make his initial blitz, testing my frames. And as he does that, it's up to me, whether it's gi or no gi, it's up to me to establish a guard. So in the gi, I would take a grip, bang, De La Hiva, get into my position. So I got the better of that engagement battle, right? In a no-gi situation, when we're here like this, he's trying to throw me by. I grab his ankle, I get 2 feet inside, I establish ashi, or whatever you're going to do, De La Hiva, whatever kind of guard you like to play, right? So again, such an important skill. Something we've been working for the last couple weeks is just getting that self-frame, that initial engagement battle, and that's how we can drill that with our partner.